This episode's gonna be explicit. So we're gonna get real. These are serious to me. Welcome back. I think this is episode 18. We've been on a nice hiatus. Tech producer needed a break.
Thank you, tech producer. Your work is appreciated. Welcome back to our listeners and to us, especially Berkeley.
Casey's the one keeping us alive over here.
Don't give me too much credit. So I was standing in the OR and pretty entertaining conversations happen in that bad boy.
I believe it.
And for those people that don't know, I'm in med device sales and I sell devices for orthopedics. So like for sports, like ACLs, rotator cuffs, etc. And if this is the first time you're hearing about this job, same. I only knew about it like a year and a half ago. And if you're an extrovert and you don't know what to do with your life, look up med sales. Anyway, something that they had talked about was have you ever heard about the formula for dating and what is quote unquote socially acceptable?
Not like that.
Okay, so you take someone's age and you divide it by 2 and you add 7. So example, someone is 40, the youngest person they can date is 27. 40 divided by 2 is 20 plus 7, 27.
That's hilarious. What's mine? 21.
20,
Yikes.
29, let's round up to 30, divided by 2 is 15. Yeah, 21 and 22.
That's gross.
You wouldn't do it?
No. They'd have to be a very mature 21, 22-year-old.
Possible. It's possible. And it also makes sense because you get older, like say someone's 80.
I regret the 26-year-old,
30 years. I definitely think it has to do with maturity. Yeah, so I thought it was a really interesting rule that people and I started to ask people. Some people have never heard of it, of course, and then others are like, yeah, I've heard that in high school. What?
No, I've never heard of that.
How is that possible? So it made me think of other...
It's one of those things that are a vibe. It just doesn't feel right.
Exactly. Per usual.
That's funny.
Based on vibes. So yeah, I thought that unspoken rules are really entertaining. Do you have any other unspoken rules for dating?
Hold on, you're gonna, do you have rules like that? That are written out that people know?
Well,
hold on.
That was funny.
That was a dumb question because I know the answer, but
yes, God spoke to me and I wrote him on a tablet. And I have the 10 commandments of dating rules.
Hey, I'm ready to hear yours first.
Well, another hot topic is paying. So there's different ways to go about this. So does the person who asks out the other person, so who asks first, do they pay? And so let's just give an example. Say it's a female who asks a man, it's their very first date. Is the female supposed to pay?
Depends on the type of relationship you're going for, to me.
Okay, romantic. Wait, is that what you meant?
No, what do you want your romantic, goal, your goal for a relationship or for, is it to be married? Is this for fun? Is this, what are you setting up the standard for, the rest of this relationship,
Okay, so if it was to be married, then the man pays? I'm making an assumption here.
Well, and again, I think you even have to go further than that, because just because people want to get married doesn't mean they believe in a traditional type of marriage, or, you can want the traditional ideals of having a guy lead and a guy pay and a guy do those things, or and there's even I heard a new term a couple months ago, I think it's called egalitarian, is the in between, there's a traditional marriage and there's egalitarian, and then there's I don't know what the third one was, but essentially traditional meaning the woman is in the kitchen, traditional roles of things like that, whereas egalitarian is more of what the majority I feel of our society is now, is split roles, and both are contributing, and you don't have to be the homemaker versus the breadwinner, and depending on your gender, but I think it depends on I would lean towards wanting a man to lead and pay and plan, but I would love to contribute.
Mm-hmm. Egalitarian.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that, so
I think that's the right word. I hope it is. Sorry if it's not.
We can just start that. Everyone can buy into that. Whoever listens to this.
Yeah.
We'll have a cult. Yeah, I understand that. My perspective is that the asking first one is tough. I don't have an opinion on that. Whoever asks
I just don't think I would ever ask first.
Okay. I've talked to guys.
That's not true.
You say that's not true?
It's not true. It's because it's a blocked memory.
Oh my gosh. But I don't have an opinion on that one, but I do have an opinion on who's paying. I think that it's really tough if a female goes into a dating relationship and the guy is just paying all the time. Like the first date, I will not offer to split the bill. Like I just will be like, thanks so much and be like uber appreciative. After that, I totally will on the second date, but like on date two, three, I would still hope the guy is like, no, I got it. I mean, personally, I would even want the guy to be like, no, I really appreciate you asking, but
Mm-hmm.
don't ever put out your. Just kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding. That's really aggressive.
See, I have a hard time with like being younger and dating, and even in college, like kids who are struggling to like find a job and put themselves through school, and they're also required to pay for a date. Like that's super tough to me. It's like
That's true.
I think that's so hard. Like, yeah, I think, but at the same time, you also don't need to be going to these fancy places that costing
Right.
thousands of dollars, you know? So it's like getting creative
Wait,
and finding dates that are
did you say thousands
thousands of dollars. Yep. It's just the first number.
going on?
Not nice. I got suitors lined up, you know? I'm just kidding.
Take a number.
Number. So yeah, I've always struggled with like to think like when girls in college or even like end of high school, it's like would get upset about a guy not paying or something. It's like, are you working? Do you have money? Like,
no joke.
I don't know. That was always tough for me.
Yeah.
But yes, I think a first date is nice, but at the same time, how many first dates are you going on?
Yeah.
Just like running out of money quickly.
And we should mention that I think there's so many dates that you can do that don't cost a lot of money that are like absolutely I'm stoked with, you know? It's like go bowling, go on a picnic, go shoot hoops in a local park, go to the beach, like take a walk, you know, like there's just so many things to do, or even like cook at home or something like that. So yeah, there's ways about it. Get me my favorite candy.
I had someone drop off lemonades once. I was like, that was nice.
Oh,
Freaking love lemonade.
because you love, yeah, it also means that they're paying attention to you.
Yeah.
I think that's a really big thing when it comes to dating / relationships. When they're not just doing things for you, it's like you could tell that they're being actively thoughtful and had a plan and why they got something for you. So,
yeah,
that's
agreed.
huge. Yeah, payment on dates is a hot topic.
Yeah, and I don't know if I believe there's a right answer. I think I would hope personally that a guy would want to, but
yeah, absolutely. Speaking of going out, it also makes me think of tipping is a really hot topic too, because people are just so tipped out. And I understand it. Now, so annoying when you get those little recommendations for after you put your card down, they ask you to pay. And it's like, it used to be 15, 18, 20%. Now it's like 22, 25, 30%. I'm like, since when? Anyway, tipping on takeout. Like you went to put an order in, don't sit down at the restaurant, take it to go at a restaurant.
To be honest, this is like literally how I'm feeling in the moment. Most of the time, I tip 20% just like no matter what. Only partially because I have a mom who works with like as a hairdresser. When she gets good tips, it's a great day. And so like she just is always like, I always just tip really good because I'm someone who lives off of that. And so I'm like, I can just do a standard 20, like it's 20% always. Even when you're like, if I have the forethought, you know, when you're just standing at, I don't even say fast food, but they like tip the thing for you and like all they've done is take your order at the thing and you're going to leave with it. And it's like, well, I guess I'm tipping 20% because I don't see the no and we're just going to move on.
Wow. We go back to like you at your core is lazy. Which if someone doesn't get that statement, it can sound really mean.
Yeah. Go watch an old episode. I don't know which one.
There was a story about someone was at an airport. They bought 2 bags of chips and it was like, they checked them out and was like, okay, it's going to ask you a question. And it was like, I'm supposed to tip you for the bags of chips that I just picked up. Did you package them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gotten really extreme.
Yeah, I think that stuff is stupid. And like they've set the screens up so it's hard to like say no. Like
I go out of my way to when it's like 25%, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
I think more so when it's like a local place, I feel better doing it than a chain. I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay. But I
heard recently at Starbucks, and I don't know if there's other places like this, if you tip, not gonna lie to you, I never tip at Starbucks, but if you were to tip, like say you pay with your card and you just select a tip, it goes to the company, but if you tip in that jar that's there, it'll go to the workers that are there. I don't know if that's true. I just heard that recently. Yeah.
I hate knowing that.
Other dating unspoken rules that we probably agree on. You shoot. We'll go 1 for 1.
I really think it's nice when guys open doors.
Yep.
The car, the restaurant, all the things.
Absolutely.
The fake ones if you're at a picnic. I don't know. Like just open all the doors.
You're about to enter the blanket. That for you? What do you mean?
Welcome to the imaginary door, because if you don't have one, what if you walk to the park and there were no doors to open? Hold her hand
It's
while she sits
hilarious.
down, you know?
I do agree with
Just
you.
be a gentleman.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's huge. I have to tell you a story because
But
go
women have to let them in, be a gentleman.
yes, I
Go
think
on.
women are like, you don't think I can hold the door for
Yeah.
myself? And I'm like, no,
Let
these guys
them.
are less
Just
likely
let them.
to hold the doors. Like, it's
Yeah.
okay to, and if someone has actually really been taken care of, like, you're telling me that's not nice?
I know.
Like, I love being taken care of. The
Yeah.
baby energy is real. There, speaking of like just nice things, I was playing beach volleyball and I this guy came under the net and landed on my foot and it's like a week later this bad boy's still bruised. It was really painful. And I was like limping and I took a little bit of time off and then at the end of the day I got to my blanket and there was a bag sitting there with like an ice pack like breakable thing, a wrap, a leave, and a note. And a random spectator, this guy, was like, I'm really sorry, like you caught my attention, but I felt so bad when you got injured and I just felt compelled to go get you these things from Safeway. And I was like, no one does, like, first of all, I do think that's an anomaly, but I was like, what a gentleman. Like, just to do, I mean, that's above and beyond. That's really
Absolutely.
above and
Yeah.
beyond. But I think that it's
That's
really
sweet.
nice when guys are just gentlemen. I know, seriously. Opening doors is a big one. Another big one that, not a big one, I guess, but some people think about it and some people don't, is walking on the inside of sidewalks to protect us from getting hit by cars, bicyclists, dragons, anything that might come down the street.
Spraying
So,
water. Yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't think about that one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I think, yeah, things like that are really sweet.
Or just like, we talked
Yeah.
planning dates. I think just when I think it's all about balance. And of course, it needs to be talked about in that relationship. But like if the man is leading and it's like, there's a difference between controlling and leading and guiding.
Hmm.
And so it's like, if you have a perspective or like, let's do this, or maybe they include your favorite, something that you said that you wanted to do, you know? So,
Well, yeah, like if you're gonna ask for an opinion and the girl says, I'm easy, I really don't care, then make a decision she really doesn't care. And then if she throws a fit about it, she's just not the one. Like, don't go on
mhm.
another date. Like, you gotta, like, I think learning how to step up and like holding ground and being like, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Yep. I really wish we could take a survey and all the females out there and be like, what do you think? What percent would agree and disagree?
I'd be scared to know, actually.
Yeah. I would just accept it. Like, whatever the answer is, but I just want to know. Because I could see it being like 50-50 agree, disagree, like 80-20 both ways. I don't know.
I don't want it to be any other way, so I don't want to know.
If you disagree, don't take the survey.
Yeah.
For Berkeley. Dating, last thing about dating. This one is so interesting to me is like I know this is a hot topic for you, so I'm really excited to hear your thoughts. Is talking stage, dating, or exclusive? I was ready for that eye roll. Berkeley's very black and white, I think.
Hmm.
So we'll let you finish and conclude it. I think I'm gonna go with mine, but I don't even know. And I think it depends on when you grew up. Like, I wonder if someone in their young 20s or like even a teenager is gonna say something different than someone in their
Oh,
early 30s, you
absolutely.
know? So like when we were a thing, which I'm still, sorry, when we were younger, which I still think is, you know, makes sense and applicable, is there is the talking stage. We're just talking, which I define as you're getting to know each other. And yeah, you may be going on dates, but you're not exclusive. Like you can date other people and talk to other people, and it's not cheating because it's totally fine just to, you know, get to know other people because you're just in the talking stage. It only becomes, again, in my humble opinion, it only becomes exclusive or boyfriend girlfriend when the conversation is had. It can't be assumed. It's never assumed. Some people are like, oh, we just like knew. And it's like, yeah, I guess maybe after a couple of years, you might just assume that. But even then, I still think it's a free for all until then.
Hmm.
And until two people mutually agree that it is exclusive and we're not. And then also, like, I think it's important to define what cheating is because people probably have different standards of what cheating is. That's a whole nother topic for another day.
Yeah.
Anywho, so there's talking, and then I think that some people they're wishy-washy with the word dating. And like to me, if I'm like dating someone, it means like boyfriend, girlfriend, right?
You would think.
Those are my definitions. Okay. Did
What
I
do you
miss
think? You
anything?
think I'm different?
Yeah, I thought that like we went, maybe not. I thought it was like dating. If you went on one date that you're dating, isn't that what you have? Maybe I'm messing that up.
No, because I think I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I also think that they're like we have combined or separated a stage that's the exact same. Like if you're going on dates, you're technically dating a person. I don't think that that means you're exclusive. I agree with you. I don't think you're exclusive until you have that conversation. I don't think you should ever assume that.
Yeah,
Just
dating.
because like you just
We
huh?
disagree on that word, but it's nothing wrong with it.
But like I also agree that it's called a talking stage. Like
Mm.
that's what the generation we're in, that's what we've called it. Like I just think that it's silly. It's because it's because we have cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
So we can talk before you go on a date.
Mm.
Or it's like before that, you had to go on a date to talk.
Or write letters. But
Yeah.
I know, I'm kidding.
True. There was a talking stage, I guess.
Way back when.
So,
Okay, that makes sense.
but yeah, I agree. I think once you are exclusive, you're dating. And I don't believe that there's a difference between exclusively dating and being in a relationship. Those are the same thing to me.
I agree.
And everyone I've asked agrees, except for one person.
It's okay. You know, men may have a different perspective. Speaking of men, this is something we never thought about, but unspoken rules. Guys are passionate about this, which I understand. When you are at a urinal, apparently you're not supposed to take, if there's a bunch open, like take the one that's furthest away.
Well, wouldn't you?
I
Would you
haven't,
go stand
I
next to
haven't
someone?
tried it yet, but
I haven't either, but I wouldn't want to be next to someone.
kidding,
If
yeah.
there's a stall taken, I want to take the third one away.
Depends if we want to have a sword fight with our streams. I'm kidding. No, I totally would. And that led me to think about when they were like, take the one furthest away. So when I was in college, I used to park illegally at this Wendy's. It was incredible. It was like right next to campus. And like there's lots of parking. And it was just like I parked in the far back corner. There are literally 20 plus parking spots to the left side of my car. There is a moving truck. This bad boy is huge, that decides to back in, which is one interesting situation that like, but right next to my car. And as I'm walking up, perfect timing, I hear, and I was like, this is not happening right now. And I like run over and I see them. There's probably a 7-foot scrape, like that's deep along the side of my car. And I was like, you had all this space. So it also applies to parking lots. Please give cars space to park. Isn't that wild?
That makes me so angry.
Absolutely insane. Other driving rules,
So
unspoken
many.
rules. Hit me with them.
If you're gonna go the speed limit, don't go in the passing lane. It's
Yes.
the passing lane. That means you're going faster than the speed limit.
I think I've thought about this, and I think we should make an announcement to the world for our unspoken rules. Okay, so this is what I think. California, so we have a little bit more lanes. So 4 lanes. The lane that is the third lane from the left is the speed limit. Okay. The second lane from the left is 5 miles per hour over. And then the far left lane is 10 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Wherever the visual got messed up.
You're so cute. So far left lane, 10 miles an hour over, 5 miles an hour over. Speed limit is the third lane.
Yes.
And then the fourth lane is literally for exiting and entering, and that's it. Like,
Yeah,
don't
and for the
just
old
like
people.
chill in that lane.
Yeah.
Everyone else probably has if there's like a two lane
No, I
thing.
absolutely agree with that, hands
yeah.
down. I wouldn't even limit the fourth lane though. Like it's whatever
well,
speed you want to
definitely
go.
not.
If
No,
you want to break the
it
law,
is.
break the law.
And then
But
get
like,
over. Yeah. And if there's cars coming behind you, like get over for
I'm not
sure.
gonna dictate how you break the law.
I'm
So
with
get
you.
out of my lane.
I'm not telling them they can't drive over 10. I mean, I'd be hypocritical.
10 plus. Yeah.
That's very true.
The next one,
Mhm.
merging.
Let's
Zipper
hear it.
merge.
Zipper.
Don't get over 10 miles early. If we all stayed in our lanes and just merged like the word implies, we would never stop. But we all get over 15 minutes early, stop in this lane. Don't let these people over because we're pissed off because we got over and had to wait. No.
Mhm.
Zipper merge.
So get all the way to where you have to merge in both of the lanes and boop 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 after that. It's so funny.
Yes.
People do get mad and I'm like, what? I
I
can't come
literally
over
got
here?
in a fight on the road.
No. Fist fight?
This is a serious story. No. But like I got boxed in a canyon and like had people like, yeah. My brother was asleep in the front seat and then woke up to me yelling at these people through the window and was like, I'm gonna have to get out and fight him. And I was like, no, you're not. We were fine, but like it was some serious, what's that car movie?
Cars?
Fast and Furious driving. Like what is it called? I could be a Fast and Furious driver for sure.
That's embarrassing. I mean, this should go without being said, but we have to. Is if you miss your exit, take the next one. Like people decide to want to be a stunt driver. All of a sudden it's like, oh, it's behind me. Here we go. I have seen videos of like a 10 car pileup from a car like breaking. I was leaving a concert on Tuesday night and I almost got in an accident on the way home just because of this. Like someone came to a complete stop on a 75-mile-an-hour freeway with open lanes because they were trying to get over. And it's just
If
like,
you get rear-ended, that is your fault legally. Like the person who stopped. Like you cannot
but
stop
how are they
on
going
the
to
freeway.
prove that? Because also rear ending, I thought that when you get rear ended, like the person who did it is like, it's assumed at fault, period. Like that's it. Have you heard of that?
You can't legally stop on the freeway.
No, no, no. But it's like hard to prove that also. You know what I mean?
This is one of my favorite videos on the internet. There's this guy that's like, they're stopped at a stoplight and there's a car. And he turns out his window and there's a lot of space and he goes, I didn't know Merman and Barnacle Boy's invisible boatmobile was on the road because people leave 15 feet between cars. That pisses me off more than anything. And then just be a courteous human. If you're in a lane next to a turning lane and you're leaving a bunch of space between you and the car and you're blocking people being able to turn in that lane, pull forward. Pull forward. That's all you gotta do.
Joke.
Pull forward and then 14 other people can turn at the stoplight.
Right.
Just be nice.
The turning thing doesn't make sense to me. Like you are completely stopped and you're not going to let people in. Like how does this affect your life? Like you should gladly be like, please go. Like I would love for you to get where you need to be and clear off the road and potentially not cause an accident. I'm with you. I'm so with you. Miscellaneous, unspoken rules. I feel pretty passionate.
Don't stop in the middle of a doorway. Any kind of walkway.
I'm going to defend those people that have myself. Sometimes we are so deep in thought that we are completely unaware of anything else around us.
I know. That
I'm not
pisses me
saying
off.
it's okay.
Go do that against a wall.
But you don't know when the moment's gonna hit where you just have a vision.
Just have a vision.
When you're just like, wow, life
God is
revelation.
speaking to me.
You know what you could do is like look at them really intensely to see if they'll like make eye contact with you, and if they don't, they're just in their own world.
They're always in front of me. They're always like, no, I'm like,
Odds you push them next.
oh, I shoulder check people for sure. I'm like, get out of the way.
Oh my gosh, I do that when I'm walking down the sidewalk. Especially if I'm on the right side and there's like, I didn't even think about this unspoken rule until right now. Okay, unspoken rule with sidewalk etiquette. There's two people. The sidewalk's big enough for two people. I'm by myself and there's two people walking at me. Sometimes these two people will not move. And it's like, get in a single file line. Like, share this sidewalk with me.
Yeah, 100%. Full agreement.
Yeah.
That's just like unaware. Those are the people that are stopping in doorways, walkways.
That probably is me sometimes too, depending on the conversation I'm having. Really passionate about this one is the direction of toilet paper and how it's on the roll. The toilet paper needs to be going over the roll, not behind. I will change it if I'm in your bathroom at your house and you think the opposite of me. That will be changed by the time I leave.
I'm pretty sure I'm the opposite of you because I think we've had this conversation and you've changed it.
I don't remember having this conversation.
I need to really picture it. Maybe I'm not.
What? The fact that you
really
like,
doesn't
don't
matter
even
that
know
much
this
to me.
your core right away is still scary.
I know. I wanted to have an opinion, but I was like, I really don't care.
Okay. There's some people who are wishy-washy, and we can, if you're wishy-washy, it goes over. Just remember that.
Okay. Okay, great. That's one of those things I wanted to have an opinion and to die on a hill on there because it's more like, I don't care.
Die on a hill. People have said that what's the biggest unspoken rule in life? And I've heard that it's not about being kind. It's about not making the group uncomfortable is the biggest unspoken rule. And it's like people will not share their opinions or beliefs or desires, whatever, just to not make other people feel uncomfortable. I can see that. And it also, I was having a conversation with a friend. This is a fascinating thing. It was talking about like being socially rejected because I love to have conversations with people. And I think that you and I are similar of like, we're super confident. And so then therefore we're going to share our opinion because the person that really matters, if it accepts it, is us. That's it for ourselves, which I think is a strength. At the same time, I understand that it might rub people the wrong way. But anywho, he brought up tribes, like back when people were like a part of tribes. And if you were like that different from the group, and then therefore if they threw you out and you'd be isolated. So like now you're starving and you have no shelter and no community because your tribe is gone. And then also if you want to talk about like reproducing, like that's what every living being on this planet is just like, at the core designed to do innately. So it's like now your reproductive situation is off the table. And so like it kind of makes sense like why people will change just to fit in. Because I wonder if it literally has to do with tribal instinct. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like that's social etiquette taught, like, in the Victorian era. Like your goal is to not make someone uncomfortable, like, and to keep the conversation going. And like if you can tell that someone doesn't want to answer, you don't talk about it anymore. You move on. So you learn how to keep a conversation going and move around sensitive topics.
Like Bridgerton status? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would be rejected in that society so fast.
Yeah. Me too.
Question for our viewers. What do you think is the biggest unspoken rule that everyone follows but no one really talks about? Get back to us.